I literally worked in a shop that was still using paper tickets. I had to transpose.
There's one across the street from me. Like, hilarious.
The same information 7 different times, from onboarding a customer to checking them out. It was such a waste of time. The shop didn't want to invest in any shop management software. Having people who will stick their head up out of the sand and say, oh, is there a better option? Those are the really people that are going to take over.
Those are the people that are going to take and continue to make the industry better.
Welcome to Downshift with my sis, Tonnika Haynes. We all know as shop owners, sometimes you got to slow down in order to speed up. And that's what this podcast is all about. It's time to downshift.
I don't like summer, so I'm good with that. Like
I don't like either one. No, well, I like cold. You can get cold and warm up, like bundle up. But summertime, you get hot. You can't get butt so naked without going to jail.
Exactly.
Yeah, so maybe they would let 23, 24-year-old me walk around damn near naked, but not this version. So I would be locked up.
Lies.
Trying to cool off. And then with all of the perimenopause, oh my God, I'm dying. So Jessica, you don't know Ash. Ash, this is Jessica.
Hi.
This is Jessica.
Nice to meet you.
She has come such a long way. Actually, you two probably would get along. I do believe. So I met Jessica first when she worked for Rim Guard. She worked for a rim shop and we would sublet stuff to them. And then she moved it on up and started working for Auto Shop Solutions. So tell everybody who you are.
Me or Ash?
You. Everybody knows who Ash is. I won't tell her.
Sorry. So I'm Jessica Watkins. I got started in the automotive industry in 2016, so 10 years exactly, as of February, which is nice. I came from a marketing background. My dad had a marketing agency that I kind of grew up in, so I'm used to small business. I'm used to like rolling your sleeves up. My dad was if you got time to lean, you got time to clean kind of dad. So there's always something to do. If you don't have any work to do, he'll find you something. So I definitely learned growing up in the small business that there's always something to do and you shouldn't just be standing around. That just means there's opportunity for you to grow in the business in a different direction if you've maxed out what your current role is. Well, I maxed out my current role with my dad's business. And I was like, I really want to do something fun. Cars are fun. I just really want to try cars. So I went to multiple different service-oriented jobs, client-facing. Never could get into the automotive industry. Finally got in at RimGuard. And I thoroughly loved it. It was so weird because I knew nothing about vehicles. I knew how to drive them and I could put gas in them. I could change a tire, and that is it. That is the extent of my abilities, and that was what was required to get me a driver's license, according to my father. So anything else was just beyond my realm of understanding. But when I got to RimGuard, I was like, hey guys, tell me everything. I want to know everything. I want to be able to do this as good as you. Like, I want to be the best at what we do. So when I started that shop, my boss was like, hey, I'll give you $100 cash if you can get us to $100,000 in a month. We've only done it once. And I was like, okay, where are you now? He said, oh, we're at 81,000 or 84,000, something like that. So I started February 28th. So one day in February, and we closed the month out in the 80s. So the next month I got $100,005 as our total revenue for the month.
You did it.
I was so proud. I did it. I barely made it, but I did it. And they were like, well, some of this is on payments. They're payments that haven't been processed yet, so it doesn't count. And I was like, my first role in the job, my first month in the job, and I was able to hit these numbers. Okay, if you don't like it, I don't have to stay. So they quickly gave me the $100, and I never let it slip under $100,000 a month for the rest of my time there. And I was there for 3 years. By the time I left, we were averaging a little over $240,000 a month. So I more than tripled their business, and I helped them build a new facility that was much bigger, much nicer than the one that we were at. And I did all of that with only adding a couple of like helper technicians. I didn't add any A players or B players, honestly, which is
Mhm.
pretty. Um,
Wow.
and then from there, I went to the tire store. I went to Oak City Tire. Was there for a few months during COVID. And then I went to a diesel mechanic shop. Was there for a few months during COVID, and I loved both of them. They taught me a lot. And then I found Auto Shop Solutions where I could have air conditioning, which was very important to me because I'm very fluffy and I need air conditioning in my life. Working at Rim Guard, that was the one thing I can honestly say I hated the entire time was there was no air conditioning. So my office would get to be about 120, 130 degrees in the
Ain't no
summertime.
way.
And
Mm-mm.
it was awful. So I wanted something with a bathroom because they didn't have a bathroom for ladies and they also did not have air conditioning. And I'm like, I have got to get something with both. But it's required. So I walked into Auto Shop Solutions and Margaret was showing me around and she goes, yeah, here's a bathroom and here's a bathroom. And if you get cold, you can turn the air up or down. And I was like, you have multiple bathrooms?
Like, pee everywhere.
She's like, yes, ma'am. I was like, oh my God, this is brand new information. And you have air conditioning all the time?
It's the little
Oh
things.
my gosh.
Where are you from? But you didn't have
But
it.
I mean, it's 2020 something, and shops don't have clean bathrooms for women or people. Period. And nobody wants to in a daggone dirty bathroom.
Exactly.
And who doesn't have AC in North Carolina? Come on,
exactly. Especially at a powder coating shop where we had an oven running 24/7.
Oh no, you're stronger than me.
Ain't no way.
Nope. I'm a Madonna when it comes to, or princess when it comes to air conditioning.
We already know what to do. We've been to the trainings, paid for the coaching, learned the right way to inspect cars, build estimates, and talk to our customers. That's not the problem. The problem is consistency, because some days it only works when the right person is working. And when they're not, it's a whole different shop. So now you're stuck in that cycle. You need a strong team to run a great shop, but you need a great shop to attract a strong team. Make it make sense. That's why I rock with Detect Auto. Detect Auto streamlines your service processes with automations that save time, increase maintenance sales, and improve productivity without changing your whole system. It plugs in, guides your team through inspections, recommendations, and even customer communication. Now, that's not just based on memory or mood. That's how a shop runs. And let me tell you, I've been using it for over a year now. My ARO is up 63%. That's not new knowledge. That's just consistency. If you're tired of your shop depending on who showed up today, go check out Detect Auto. Book a demo. But no, as you get right now, I am less fluffy than I have been. So now I'm cold all the time. I'm freezing all the time. So I sleep with a heated blanket. And that is my new best friend. Like, I get home from work and I plug that bad boy up and I push the button and I turn it on damn near iron. And I should have the smoothest skin because I sleep in the iron every night. That's what it is.
That's too funny.
I not have not damn wrinkle.
Yep. I literally set my thermostat to morgue. That's what it set on all year long.
It's cold in the house. I like it because it seems like it's cleaner, right? It's cold in the house, but
that is a weird thing. It does feel cleaner.
It feels cleaner when the house is cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hospital clean. You know, you go into the hospital, there's a little humid in the air. Yeah. That has nothing to do with downshift with Tonnika and nothing to do with the automotive industry and us being better humans. We're talking about
crazy.
We're just crazy. So I remember when you called me from over there, I was so tickled. I was like, oh, look at her baby. She's grown up. She's grown up. And now you like run the whole show.
Not quite, but I do
Almost.
like have fun over there. Yeah. I actually just moved from Auto Shop Solutions to Velo, which is the parent company of Auto Shop Solutions, and I'm handling client success there. But it was really funny because the first, I guess, week or two, they were like, hey, you've worked in the shops in North Carolina. Which of these shops do you know? Do you already have a relationship? I was like, Tonika's mine. She's mine. Real quick. I was like, I don't care who has this account. It's mine now.
And the funny thing is, like, as you've been growing, like, I get different people. I'm like, I'm still going to call Jessica. I know you're my person, but I'm going to courtesy copy her on this email for the rest of her life because I want to let you know. Don't play with me.
That's how I
But
feel.
no, everybody's been great. But I do secretly like CC, Jessica, just in case somebody's tripping over there. But that just tells you how great you are
I
at
appreciate
everything
that.
that you do.
I
So
swear, when I see emails from you in my inbox, my whole day is just instantly better. So you send them anytime you want.
yay.
Aw.
So like we are three women in the automotive industry. Ash, you want to tell Jessica who you are and what you do? I guess since everybody else knows, I don't think Jessica knows you just yet because she's a busy lady.
Um, yeah, I grew up in the industry. It's all that I really know, other than a short hiatus where I thought that I would try something stable and not blue collar. And so I've always been like business obsessed. So, like exiting high school and starting college, I was in business management and accounting. And my first real big girl job out of school was accounting at a car dealership. So I was sucked back in, whether I liked it or not. And I did it for 6 months. It was the shortest job I've ever had because I realized how much I hated it. And I loved talking to people, and I would literally get in trouble for over like being over my lunch because I was like downstairs talking to the salespeople or the customers, or I would just like see customers standing around. I'm like, "Hi, have you been helped?" Just like I cannot help it. It's just in me. Um, and my love for cars too, just like I just wasn't enjoying it. Doing accounting was terrible, and I was doing titles and all kinds of stuff. So I got back into service. This is a little over 10 years ago, and I just never left until recently. I stepped out of a shop in 2024 to build remote estimating as a service now for shops. So now I have Golden Hour Garage. It's my company that we have an amazing team that are all former service advisors that all work remote now, and they help shops with estimates, warranty calls, fleet. And then I am slowly working myself out of workflow eventually, hopefully, to start training shops and helping them learn how to operate more efficiently. So that's what I love. I love fixing problems. I love cars. I love working on cars. I don't as much anymore, or I love working on them. I don't do it as much anymore. I probably I haven't picked up a wrench in probably over a year, maybe a little over. I know. It's actually really sad. I miss it a lot, but there's just no time for it right now. So
Yeah,
I'll get back to it when I can.
you'll get back
And
to it.
yeah, and I'm so excited for the next projects or whatever I take on. But and I love racing, so anything motorsports, drift is my life, but anything that involves racing is all me.
So we are three super cool women, and I love dealing with super cool women, especially young ladies. I think you guys are like 2 years old, let me tell it. And so it makes me so happy when I get to see young people in the industry doing things. And I think we have to figure out a way to tell more super cool young ladies that they could do it. Like,
Hmm.
you're not actually turning a wrench, Jessica. You're in the industry, but you're making a huge difference. Same thing for you, Ash. You're not actually turning a wrench. How do we get these young ladies to know that, hey, you might love working on a car? Like Ash, you like working on a car, you like drifting, you like doing this. You don't necessarily have to turn a wrench because all girls don't want to do that, but they want to be a part of the party.
Right.
Or like, how do we convince parents that it's fine that your daughter can be in the industry? It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's worth it. It's fun. There's
Yeah.
a space for us here.
Right.
Or they want to turn wrenches, but everyone tells them you're not supposed to. That's not what
Right.
girls do.
I think
That
girls
was
can
for
do
me.
anything. Is that you were told that's not what girls do?
Yeah, I mean, my dad didn't. He raised me as a boy, pretty much. I did all the boy things. But it was
Hmm.
getting into when I got into the industry professionally that why don't you try sales? Why don't you try the counter? Go sell this. And I did it. I'm great at it. I love it. But Tanika, you know more of my background that like I love solving problems. That's why I went to tech
Hmm.
school and I was like, no, I'm gonna be a certified technician. Like that was my goal. And I did it. And then I enjoyed working in the back of the shop. But then I got to the point where I realized like what you're saying is I don't have to be in the shop working on cars to still enjoy this. My skills are better used at the counter or dealing with people or now helping other shops do that better. So, yeah, we
And then
definitely need to be more inviting and welcoming.
yeah, more inviting and vitamin. inviting and welcoming. But as far as what you do on the other side, you're like helping shop owners in a different way, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not with Auto Shop Solutions anymore, but you're with Velo and they're under that umbrella, correct? What do you
Correct.
do for day to day?
So right now I'm doing enterprise client success. So basically the same thing I've always done in every role, which is make sure to love on my customers as much as possible and be their trusted friend and advisor on what they need to help grow their business or
Mm-hmm.
help be successful in whatever that means to them. So I'm leveraging different products that are from Velo, and even outside of Velo, and I'm saying, hey, this is your issue that you have. Let's solve it together. Let's see how we can integrate together to make your life easier and your shop run more smoothly. Because the last thing I want to do is be like, hey, just because I'm with Velo, you need to use this product so that it'll work because it works for everybody. It'll definitely work for you. And that's not
Right.
necessarily the case. It needs to be effective for each shop. But I also agree that this industry is not super female friendly. It's gotten a lot better over the
Mm-hmm.
last 10 years. I will say that. But I think also letting women know that if you like helping people and you like learning things, you don't necessarily have to go turn the wrench. Like, my only driving force in life is to help others. So I'm very similar to you, Ash. I want to help people. I want to make people's day better. And I know for a fact if I go to a car dealership, and I've done this twice now, where I bought a brand new car and they took advantage of me or they tried to because they thought that I was easy prey. And I just want to break down those silos because that's not how it always is. And the more you can understand and take up for yourself, the more empowered you feel and the more control you have over the safety of your vehicle and just the ability to go in and say with confidence, oh, I understand what this is. And if I don't, I can ask a question. Because that's
Mm-hmm.
something I don't think we could always do. But nowadays, if I were to go to any shop, I could go in there and ask a question and people would actually answer me. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, that wasn't always the case. So giving it a shot now is nice.
Well, you know what? Probably a lot more shops are still like that more than we think. From what I understand, the shops that we know and love in our network of people that we've met over the years through different trainings and organizations, we're different. We're built different. We're the top. Some people say 10, some people say 1, but we're the top. Like you say,
Yes.
you're working in a shop without a clean bathroom. That seems
Yes.
like so, like, why? Like, it's not 1985. Like, really, this is what we're doing. A shop with no AC. And, sometimes that doesn't make any sense to have AC. But just the little things, people still have not stepped their game up to
Mhm.
understand that, your audience is the mom with the minivan and all of them don't have to go home and ask their husband. You should have a facility that is friendly to everyone that walks in the door, no matter the sex or the age or whatever, or anything. So what you're
Right.
doing with Auto Shop Solutions and being there and being a woman in the industry, that's a big deal. I just want to let you know that. I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I tell my customers, and you've heard me talk to people, I'll tell them like it is because that's how things should be. You shouldn't have to
Mm-hmm.
be scared to speak your mind. But I would have customers call me and be like, oh, yeah, well, we don't do that. I'm like, why not? Raise the bar. If you recognize that there is an opening or a way to make this industry better, your shop better,
Mm-hmm.
your customers happier, why aren't you doing it? Why are you scared? Because you'll be the reason people are happy. So
Yeah,
just do
you'll be
it.
the outlier. You'll stand out. And that's what we want to do, right? That's part of marketing. Nobody
Exactly.
wants to go to the cookie cutter shop with the dirty tech and the mean guy throwing wrenches in the back and the
Yeah.
terrible music going on in the back. Well, my music in the back is bad too. But all the stereotypes
Right.
that the world has about shops and technicians and shop owners, why would you want to continue to be that? Be the
Exactly.
be the change. Be the
I
change in the
literally worked in
industry.
a shop that was still using paper tickets. I had to
There's
transpose
one across the street from me. Like not across the street, right around the corner from my house. It's hilarious.
yeah,
Wild.
I literally had to do the same stuff, the same information 7 different times to from onboarding a customer to checking them out. 7 times per customer. It was such a waste of time, but the shop didn't want to invest in any shop management software. So having people who will
Mm.
stick their head up out of the sand and say, "Oh, is there a better option? What can I
Yes.
do to streamline?" Those are the really people that are going to take over And
Those are the people that are going to take and continue to make the industry better. Because one thing that we say is we got to make it better. We got to make it better. But how do we reach these people, the 90% that are still writing the paper tickets, that are still charging too little for their services? How do you think we could reach these people? Or can we? Can we, Ash? You think we can bring them along?
Yeah, I think it just gets to a point when they realize they have tried everything on their own and they finally look for help. So
Yeah.
by doing this, having these conversations, putting content out there, being friendly on the Facebook groups, like,
No, they don't know how to do
helps.
that.
I know it's like we're not supposed to, be nice, right? But no. But honestly, like that's where I'm like, there's shops that are struggling, people that don't want to ask for help. So if we're mean to each other on the Facebook groups and we get on here and we only talk about how bad other shops are, why would they ever ask for help?
That's true. So you're like, Velo is now the grocery store for the automotive industry. I can come into the store and I can shop all the things. Are y'all just going to buy up everybody? Is that the plan? World domination?
our goal is to be the number one provider of choice for automotive software. So anything you need to run your shop effectively. And we also have the best customer service, which you know this.
I do.
I'm not going to let you have a bad day with my software.
Tonnika, I'm curious for you to share like what your shop uses AutoShop for, because I know you use a different SMS, but AutoShop does
So
a lot of
AutoShop
things.
Solutions is the company that she worked for prior to Velo. So they are website and marketing. They're my website developers. So that's it. I've been using them for a very long time. I wish I knew. It was over 20 years. It is over 20 years
Mm-hmm.
that they
Wow.
start developing my website. So yeah, AutoShop Solutions for website. I'm not sure what else they do.
So AutoShop Solutions, we do websites, Google Ads, Facebook
Mm-hmm.
marketing. Although I don't think anyone beats you on Facebook marketing.
Well, I do my own Facebook marketing because I'm a clown and I
It's
want to be
amazing.
seen.
I
But
use you as examples to people. I'm like, this
I
should
have
be
to
your.
do better with that. Well, people have to do it. Marketing's so important, but your dad is into marketing as well. So you kind of grew up in that. I don't think
Absolutely.
people understand how serious marketing
Mm.
is and actually how simple it is. Like,
It is. If you spend the time to actually understand it, it's very simple. It's what would you do to figure out what you need? You would
mhm.
Google it. You would ask a friend. You would, depending on how old you are, go to the yellow pages, right? Like you're going to go find the answer you need. So you need to be visible in those areas where someone would look, which typically now is Google or, AI chatbots looking for the resolution. Like, hey, my car is making a weird noise. Well, that's like going to WebMD and saying, oh my God, I cut my finger and suddenly I'm dying of cancer or something that's completely unrelated. Like, you can't
Talk about
diagnose
I'm
yourself.
going to cut that off. Yeah, don't diagnose yourself. But people don't. I don't think people understand marketing,
Right.
and that
I
makes me
don't.
sad.
Yeah, I'm not a marketing person. I am your target to market. I am a sucker for good marketing, but I do not know how to market.
Well, at least you know that. Some people don't know that they don't know that that isn't actually needed. Like people that don't claim a Google profile. It's like, dude, it's free. Just claim your page. Put a picture on it. Put a dog on it, a cat or something.
Right.
People buy from people that they know, trust, and blah, blah, blah. That whole thing. It is true. Just put your face out there. And with marketing for me, like my Facebook page, before when Santana was still playing football, if I didn't update every week about the game or whatever he had going on in football, I would get emails from customers like, hey, what happened with the game? I'm like, oh, you're really paying attention to that? Because even if they don't like it, they're
Oh, they're
looking at it.
watching. Yeah.
So like now with the lipstick reports and then with the podcast, because we've got a couple episodes released, just because they don't like it, you can still see how many times it's been viewed. And I think that's crazy. Like 2.5 bazillion views and 3 likes. So people are nosy. So marketing is to get the nosy people to come be nosy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that the technical term? Marketing is
That's
for nosy people.
that's exactly what I learned when I went to school for marketing.
Yeah. That's what they said. It was the whole book.
Yep,
Make the
that was
nosy people happy. Give them something to look at.
See, this is
And
what I
then they'll
learn every
come.
day with Tonnika. I don't need to pay for
Give us
school.
some
I just
knowledge.
need to ask Tonnika the question.
Got you. I got you. So Jessica, you got married on Halloween.
I did. Yep.
You are a Halloween nut.
I
Why?
am.
Why? Is
Because
this
it's,
forever and ever? Or is this a new thing to you?
oh no, ever since I was a child, it's been my favorite holiday since I was
I
like
think that's
8.
so cool. If
Yeah.
we see her, she's gonna have some Halloween type thing going on. But I thought the fact that you got
Oh,
married on Halloween was
Audrey.
amazing.
And then my wallpaper, I don't know if you can see my wallpaper, but it's skulls and roses. But yeah,
Is it?
yep.
I can see it. You've got a. Is that a black cat or an owl?
That's an owl, and then this is Audrey from the Little Shop of Horrors.
Seymour, feed
Yeah,
me, Seymour. Oh,
and
that's so
then
cool.
I also have my little owl in the corner, my little spooky owl. But yeah, I like
You're one
all
of those
things.
people that have the 8-foot skeleton. Do you have those?
I have a Predator of the Night, which is very similar. It's got a 12-foot wingspan. But the
Wow.
last windstorm just broke his knees, so I got to put him back together. But yeah, I have animatronics everywhere. When it's Halloween, I consider Halloween July 5th through until the day before Thanksgiving, because there's no other holidays you decorate for between them except Halloween. So
That's so funny.
I probably
Is
have
it?
4 animatronics that I put up. Yeah.
And your poor husband, he probably loves it too, though. That's crazy.
He doesn't want me to take it down. That's the funny part.
Well, he doesn't want you to take it down, or he just like doesn't want the job of taking it down. That's
He
two
doesn't want
different
me to
things.
take it down. He loves it. He's
You
like,
guys should
"Can we-"
keep it up. It's like my Christmas tree. We could have like a St. Patrick's Day tree right now.
Mm.
I had a Christmas tree in the shop up for the last couple years every day. I would just redecorate it. But this year I took it down.
Aw,
I just decorated it every year.
that's
My
smart.
shop tree. It was fun. Customers enjoyed it. Some people didn't like it. Like, why you sit on your tree up? Why you ain't got your tree up? Now, all right, ladies. So let's talk about how do we encourage. We talked about getting women into the industry. What do you think shop owners can do to bring them in? Like, how do you make the shop more inviting for the ladies to come to the front desk and to be a technician in the shop? Or is that even a thing? Should we even worry about that?
Oh, definitely worry about it, because curb appeal is everything, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to stop at some place that you don't feel safe. And that goes for any, not just women, but women more so than anyone else, because I feel like we've got our head on a swivel a little bit more. But it needs to look nice. It needs to smell nice. It needs to be, clean and inviting, because if it's not, I'm not stopping. Like, literally, I had a really horrifying experience at one of the shops I worked at. It got very violent one day, and I was held at gunpoint. And ever since then, I was like, and I'm still to this day terrified of going to parking lots by myself because I was held at gunpoint. And so I will not park any place that does not have a street light directly above my parking space if I'm going in at night or early in the morning. And I was arguing with one of my old coworkers when we would go into the office. Now we're fully remote. He was like, "Why do you steal my parking spot?" I'm like, "It's the only one under a parking, like a street lamp, and it's directly in front of the door. So like if something were to happen, I could run really quickly and get to the door." And he's like, "I don't even think about that." I'm like, "Of course you don't."
Exactly, because you don't have to deal with that. I remember visiting another shop and things like that. My mom taught me things like that. Have your keys ready when you're going to your car or going into your house. Park somewhere that's well lit. Bushes that are overgrown. Like, you have to think as a woman, or just as a person, not just a woman. Fools
Right.
will find a way.
Mhm.
People think criminals are dumb. They are not dumb. They're waiting
Nope.
for us to be looking at our phone, not paying attention, and watching our habits, and this is how they pounce and get you. But shop owners don't think that way, and that also is a part of marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, my
I don't
night
know if
drop
this
box.
is I don't know if it's a general statement, but I feel like women, we tend to be more aware of our surroundings for that because of that. And that almost is why when there is a woman in the shop tends to operate better because we're more aware of those things. And it's
Yeah.
like to your point, Tanika, majority of women are the decision makers in households.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us are the financial decision makers as well. So if you don't have a shop that's safe and inviting for women, that is the big, like, that is your customer base.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we have to, and I think shops should be more inviting and almost should want like, oh, we don't have a woman on our team. We need to bring a woman in. I think also, like, if I can speak for myself, I don't know about all women. I don't like repetitive problems. So if I go into a business and it has a problem and there's no incentive to change it, or like they're not willing to change it, and it's like, okay, then I'm not going to waste my time here, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that's for a lot of women coming into the industry, is they're going to come in and find areas that need to be improved. So I hope you're ready to improve it.
Which is
Exactly.
good. It's always good, not even just a woman, but women are going to do it best to have someone else look at your shop from a different angle. Like one
Mhm.
thing I do in my front office is I'll just go sit down where the customers sit, and then I'll look at the shop. And
Mhm.
what I'm looking for is that spider web that's been there that I'm nose blind to. I'm blind to because I'm in it every day. It's just like that. When you stand outside of your shop at the top of the street, what does it look like to the people that are passing by? The weeds and the bushes that are overgrown, and the paint that's chipping. Those things are what help people decide if they're coming or not. If the office floor is disgusting, if the bathroom is disgusting, if it stinks, smells are
Mhm.
important. So
Yes.
women are really, really good at that, but men are too.
Well,
So,
when
but
you
I
don't
would.
have the security in your senses, like
Hmm.
touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing,
Yeah.
those things, then you can't get to that trust point. So if the first thing you do when you walk in a building is it reeks, immediately, that's
You're
one
like,
notch off
mm-mm.
of your trust belt, right?
Yeah.
Then if it's so loud in the back of the shop, you can't even hear the person talking to you. There's no good sound barriers. That's another notch. And it's like, it just, those little things that I don't think people think are as important as they are.
Or if you can't even find a parking space because there's 10 junk cars in the front of the shop. Or if
Exactly.
you even see those 10 cars
Or to
that are at the
Jessica's
shop,
point, like what happened to you, Jessica, is horrific.
that is
And
horrific.
I had a situation with a customer. We had like made it a point to have like a valet section where someone could just pull up and walk right into the front door, and we would move their car for them, because I had a customer that would do it. It wasn't intentional. We didn't have this in place yet, but she would do it. And I had asked her at one point, I don't remember what the question was, but she explained to me she had been violently attacked one day. I mean, all the things that I don't want to say on a podcast, and it was horrific, and it messed her up so much mentally. When she came to our shop, she said, I have to be able to be right by the door. Actually, there was this time where she went, but the a parts delivery person parked right there, and so she left, and she came back later, and she called me, and she's like, hey, I missed my appointment because there was a car in front of the door, so I couldn't stop. And so it's just
Wow.
like being aware of those things, like making things more accessible. And you don't have to know everybody's situation. Like, no one is going to know, Jessica, that that's why you like to park under where the light is, but being aware that, okay, we need to have a well-lit parking lot. We need to make sure it's accessible for somebody to be able to park close to the curb, for whether they're handicapped or not handicapped. Um, yeah, all those things are so important. It really bugs me that you have worked in shops that don't have air conditioning and clean bathrooms. I'm
Well, the air
stuck on that.
conditioning is expensive, and I can understand that all shops can't afford that yet.
In the
But
office or the shop?
oh,
Both.
in the they didn't
Okay.
have AC in the
If there's
office.
no AC in the office,
We had a
Oh
window,
no,
goodbye.
but the window unit was in the waiting room, and there was a wall between the waiting room and my office.
that's
So
just
I could
poor
only get
ownership.
Yeah.
walk through.
If you
Yeah,
can't work comfortably, how do I expect you to take care of the customers?
No,
exactly.
no. Oh,
Also,
I was just thinking in the shop, but an office with no AC.
No, and the
No.
technicians need to be able to come in and cool down. No, I would not have
Yeah,
that.
a
I'm
car
so
is hot.
sorry you went through that.
it's okay. It was a learning experience. One thing that I think a lot of people don't think about, that I've noticed probably more so from my seat in the
Mhm.
industry, is the age of the shop owners. The
Mm.
vast majority of shop owners that I've worked with have been well over 55, 60 years old. And it's not saying that all shop owners are, but they're getting closer to retirement. So they also have the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality a lot of times, because they're like, I just need to get another 3 years out of this shop and then I can retire, or I'll sell it and it'll be somebody else's problem. So I think a lot of the mentality is, oh, this was fine back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. it's still fine for just the next couple of years, but then it's also separating them from their client base where
Mhm.
pushing that envelope just a little bit further over to the edge because they're just not keeping up with the times.
Mm-hmm.
But what I always encouraged my shop owners to do is I'd say, hey, depending on where you are in your life and who's available to you, either ask your mama to come to your shop or ask your daughter to come to your shop. And if she doesn't feel comfortable going to the bathroom, if she doesn't feel comfortable parking her car, if she doesn't feel
Mm-hmm.
comfortable in any capacity, she'll tell you and pull you aside and not make it embarrassing unless, of course you're my mother. No, I'm just kidding. But literally pull them up and have them do the service. And don't tell your team that it's your mom or your daughter or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Find that trusted woman in your life, have her come in and do an actual vehicle appointment and let her tell you all of the things that are working and are not working so that you can
That's
fix
a
them.
good idea. That's a really
Mhm.
good idea to get a second opinion from someone that you already know and love and trust.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that is a great idea. But you got to get them to do it because everybody thinks their shop is the bee's knees, and it's not.
Oh yeah, I had
We
a
always
shop.
have work to do, guys. Always have work to do.
One of my favorite shop owners is in Raleigh. I love him to death. I've worked with him forever. And Tanika knows this. If I can possibly take my vehicle to one of the shops that I've worked with before, I want to do it. Like I
Mm-hmm.
almost turned around the day I went to your shop to have you take a look at my vehicle, but you guys were closing for lunch, and I wasn't willing to make you stay for through your lunch break for me. But I went to downtown Raleigh get my car worked on just for an oil change, just to kind of see what it was like and see what he was talking about. And sure enough, I was ignored for the first 10 minutes that I was there. There was no one in the office. Nobody greeted me. I literally walked into the shop and was like, hey, anybody working here? And finally, someone came up and was like, oh, I'll be right up there. And then another 20 minutes goes by. I completely missed my appointment window. And so I was explaining to him, I'm like, hey, the person on the phone when I booked the appointment told me that he didn't want to book my appointment over the phone, that I should just use the internet like everybody else and book it online. And then I get there and you guys weren't ready for my appointment. You never checked me in. You didn't do the full inspection of my vehicle. And when I went to check out, you overcharged me. You charged me $35 for an oil cap, which to me is ridiculous. So I paid it because I'm not going to be that guy, but also, like, I'm not going to come back to your shop. And he was like, oh, well, that's embarrassing. It's not bad enough for you to not come back, is it? I was like, you tell me, would you come back to that? Would you feel comfortable? Because I wouldn't. And even though you are reasonably close to my house, I'm not willing to drive out there for that kind of service and pay that kind of money for it.
But you will drive far for excellent service.
I
Mhm.
will.
And that's what people
Yeah.
need to pay attention to these things because if your shop stands out because of
Yeah.
excellent service and you've gone above and beyond and the office smells good and it's clean and people look in your eye and they talk and you can actually sit on the chairs,
Mhm.
you can find a parking space, all those little bit of things. You can be you can have an excellent technician. You can have the best man in the back, but if you can't get the people in the front door, we can't get him to go to work. So
Right.
all these little things, starting with marketing, this is a part of your marketing. Like, how are
Yeah.
you treating that customer?
It's your
It's like,
brand.
yeah, it's your brand. It's a part of your brand. What is on the wall? How old? How old is that plant? Please, people, listen. Is everybody listening? Listen to Aunt Neat. If you don't get that artificial plant with 3 years worth of dust on the leaves out of the corner of that lobby, I'm coming to find you. If you do not get those old magazines, your old magazines from 1995, Fishing and Wildlife, if you don't update your furniture and get those folding chairs out of their front lobby,
Not the folding chairs.
I'm coming to get you. This is all a part of your brand. This is all a part of marketing. Walk outside, look at your shop, fix it. If
I
you
do have
don't,
to
I'm
agree.
talking about you.
The shops that we talk about, like, raising labor rates, and some people say, "Oh, I can't do that." We always say, "Yes, you can."
Mm.
If you have folding chairs, maybe
You
you
can't.
shouldn't. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't.
Do not raise your rates. Go to Go to the daggone Facebook Marketplace and find a chair,
For
something.
real. Not
Right.
the
But no,
peeling
people don't pay attention.
leather.
They think that
Yeah.
stuff is superficial. Like I don't have polished floors in my shop, but my shop floors are clean. I'm going to keep the
Yes, they
shop
are.
clean because what if you have to take the customer out there? Oh, it's a shop. It should be dirty. It shouldn't. What if you want to go take your customer to the car and show them something, whether it's a man or a woman? Do you want all these old parts just stacked up, the part that you've had over there since 2001, and you're waiting for the car that it might fit on? Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Out of
Like
everything
clean
you
up.
said, Jessica, the one thing I'm stuck on that I'm like, that's a non-negotiable for me. If you walk into a business and there's no eye contact or greeting within,
Like 10 minutes is a long
gosh,
time.
I was gonna say like 10 seconds.
Yeah, you said
If
you went
there's no
10
eye
minutes.
contact or greeting, I mean, as soon as I walk in the door, I will go somewhere else. That is a non-negotiable, and that's how I train, like with advisors. I've had technicians, but my technicians knew better. If I saw a customer parking their car, I'm ready. I'm standing there waiting. Technician's talking to me. The second that customer walks through the door, you're not my customer, that's my customer. We
Right.
can continue this conversation. It's a big pet peeve of mine when I go into a business and the employees are chit-chatting and cutting up, and I'm sitting there waiting to be taken care of.
Right.
Um, it's a big problem, but yeah, it's not hard. Just look up, smile. Tanika, when I walked in your shop, they know who I am. They were probably expecting me, but I still walked in.
No, they
The
didn't.
first thing they weren't expecting me. Well,
Mm-mm.
the first thing that happened is Haley looked up and Jada looked up and they both smiled at me and made eye contact. One of Haley was on the phone, but she still made it a point to smile and greet me. Mhm.
Yes. So I'll be right with you. That's
Yes.
all it takes. That's all it
Yes.
takes. And even if, because we do cut up at the front desk, because we're there all day and we got to like each other, or else everybody will get killed by each other.
I
But
mean,
if
you
you're
have to,
acting
but if
up,
I'm
you
like,
have to. But if the
"Hi,
customer walks
here's my
in, you're
keys."
laughing. You're like, hey, Miss Such and Such, if you know who it is. Or, hey,
Yes.
I am sorry. We are so unprofessional, but how are you doing? It turns you into a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
It's
Yes.
like,
different. Yeah.
yeah. So just talking to someone, like you said, if you're on the phone, and you're in the middle of the call, just like I'll be right with you.
There's a
That's all.
quick mute
Just
button.
yeah,
Quick mute button.
right
"Hey, I'll
there.
be right there."
Yeah, that's all. That's all, and they understand.
Yes, they have
And
been
you got a
seen and
couple
heard.
snacks, seen and heard, and all the good stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's why we need more women in the industry because men don't
I
see this stuff.
agree.
That's not true though. I I I'm a woman. That's not true. My father was really big on that. Really big on way things looked,
Mm.
smelled. Like he designed the shop. I don't Jessica, you've been to the shop, the collision center next door. Like
Mhm.
it looks like a hotel lobby in there. And he designed that. And that was in place in 2000 early. We've always had the lobby was on point. Everything's on point because he knew that early on. So men, you can do it too. You don't need a lady, but I think you should go get one to represent. But you can do it too. You know what nasty is. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
On the internet, y'all know what nasty is, and don't do it. And
I,
even the bathrooms in the shop, they shouldn't be dirty.
Mm-mm.
Just clean up.
I literally drive to Maryland once a year to visit one of my clients, and
Mm-hmm.
I love them to death. I will love them until I'm dead. And I literally save up any issues for my vehicle and I take it to them and they do it for me. I drive from North Carolina to Maryland for that level of service because
Yeah.
it just doesn't exist in my direct hometown. Now, obviously, I can drive an hour or so and get to Tonika's shop, but like literally the level of service that I've seen at Tonika's shop when I watch people walk in and out of Browns and I'm like, oh my God, everybody's just having such a great day. Like the fact that they shine so beautifully at the front desk and their shine rubs off on everybody else. So it just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that candle analogy, like lighting somebody else's flame doesn't dim yours. You
Mhm.
guys just
Yeah.
make everything so much better because you're just so positive and engaging. And that's how it should be. It should be like that everywhere. And
Mhm.
you guys have something very unique, and I wish more
Well,
people
thank
would.
you. Thank you. I work hard on it. And sometimes you think you're so busy that you can't take care of those things. If you don't take care of those little things, you won't be busy.
Exactly.
I have to admit something, a
Uh-oh.
confession. We were talking about like how do we encourage more women in the industry, and I have not been the best at doing this. My approach has always been If it's something you really love, go for it, but you have to have thick skin, be prepared for the abuse because that's what I endured for a long
Mhm.
time. And so that's been my advice. So I'm curious from both of you, like, I want to change how I encourage women in the industry. I don't want to paint it as this battlefield that they have to gear up to go into, but I think it's on us how we encourage, but also on us to be the change in the industry so that it's more welcoming. So, how do you guys encourage women?
Ooh, so I think everybody's road to wherever they're going to get to is different, right? So mine is different, and I am very, very blessed, and I hope I tell them enough that my dad raised me as the most feminist. I'm very feminine. I'm very yo, but he raised me hard. He didn't raise me scared. He didn't teach me, oh well, you're a woman and you can't do this. He raised me, oh, you're a woman and you can do this better because y'all pay more attention to stuff.
Mm,
So my outlook is different. It is going to be hard. Everything is hard. Life is hard. Whether you're in the automotive industry, you're going to be a doctor, pharmacist, a teacher. Everything is hard. Um, we're not going to use being a woman as an excuse. We're going to use being a woman as a power.
absolutely.
Okay. So if you walk into a room and you feel like you're being discriminated against, I'm raised to, I will show you better than I can tell you. And I
Mm,
will do it with lipstick on. Okay. That's who I am. Now, there's been times that, for example, I tell people first ASTA, I didn't feel comfortable walking in that room. And there's been some rooms that I've been uncomfortable in, but only because that was the story I was telling myself that I didn't belong there, or I told myself I felt uncomfortable. I have, thank God, have not been in a situation that another man has been able to make me uncomfortable, whether he tried or not, because I've got clapped back like that. And you can't tell me where the hell I can go. But the only thing that's ever kept me from going any place or going into any room or any situation was my mindset.
mm,
So as long as your mindset is strong and you've been raised strong like that, so I think that that's my blessing. That's my gift from my family that I was raised as a warrior princess. So my encouraging when I talk to you, when I'm talking to Ash, she knows that I'm like, yeah, I don't care. There's no crying in automotive. Like, come on here, boo boo. That's your
feelings
excuse.
don't
Let's
fix
do it.
cars.
Feelings don't fix cars. That negative industry is not going to get you where you want to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I'm not telling you we're not going to cry about it. I'm not going to tell you it's not going to be comfortable. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be uncomfortable at times, but
Had my
let's go.
boohoo moments.
You can have your boohoo moments, but fix your mascara,
And
fix
then
your
go do
lipstick or your
something.
lip gloss, and let's go do something about it. We're going to tighten up our bra. All right. And we're going to go do something about it. So my thing would be to be, I want to build a strong woman, a stronger if she's not strong enough yet. And yeah, but I wouldn't say,
I
oh,
think
it's going to be hard and it's mean. It's not. It's not.
I think it also depends on where they're starting and what their goals are. Because, like Tanika's point, I don't turn wrenches. That's never been something that I've had a passion to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to learn, don't get me wrong, but I am very mechanically um, handicapped. I cannot put anything together. You can give me the instructions and a video and like hold my hand and I will still break it.
Oh,
So
no.
mechanically inclined at all, but I am really good at organizing and I'm really good at
Mm,
talking to people. So just because I don't want to turn wrenches doesn't mean that I can't find a spot in this industry that's perfect for me. And that goes for women everywhere. You can be the office manager, you can be the service advisor. You don't have to go in there sweating your butt off in the shop with no air conditioning like I did. You can literally go and find a job that fits all of your needs. But just to your point as well, it's not going to be completely comfortable because change is never comfortable.
Mm-mm.
There's always going to be something where you're just like, oh God, this is going to be so embarrassing. Like the first day that I moved tires into the shop, this guy dropped off 4 rims and tires together, and he had put tire shine on it, and I didn't notice it. And I went like
oh,
this afterwards, walked around the rest of the day with a Hitler stash. And the guy
oh, no.
tell me a thing. And it wasn't until 4:30 when I was getting ready to go home that I recognized in the rear view mirror of my pickup truck that the 7:30 drop off had the Hitler stash for the entire day and not one
Oh
person.
no.
There will be days that it's uncomfortable, but you also have to
Yeah.
do due diligence for yourself where you're like, hey, is this an environment that I feel safe? Is this
Mhm.
something that will actually listen to me and show me the ropes? Or are they just going to leave me out to dry? Because if you don't recognize those places and the environments that you're putting yourself in, you might be shooting yourself in the foot by starting like the ghetto place that I was where there was, gun points.
Yeah.
That's a terrible situation. I don't recommend it. Don't do that.
Don't
Go
do that.
someplace nice that you feel comfortable, you feel safe. And then you can go from there in your career to whatever you want. But don't start at the very bottom of the barrel and work your way up because that's going to set everybody up for failure that way.
That was a good question, Ash. Because I want to be more encouraging to women. And I know sometimes I'm
Me
harsh.
too.
But I'm just that family member that's going to be that way. And then you're going to have a family member in the industry that's going to, I don't have another word and it seems like a mean word, but that's going to maybe coddle you. Because you need that at times. But as for me, it's going to be, you're going to box or kick rocks. You can get in my pocket. What we going to do? Okay, we cried about that. Now what? Huh? Is we still crying about that? We cried about that last week. So it's like, yeah, but did you go? Yes, I went through that. And I made it. Nobody died. But that's the way that I was raised. We just
I
have
think
to.
even to your point, Jessica, where you said like you don't have to turn wrenches, you don't have to do this, just find what works for you in the industry is playing to people's strengths. Because there's
Right.
things I'm not strong at. There's things you're not strong at, but somebody else is. So
And yeah, you find your superpower and run with it. And then the things that you can't do, you find someone to do it. I mean, same thing with leadership. Same thing with me running the shop. And you know what I hate? I hate accounting. It's the dumbest thing in the whole world. Numbers are stupid until they're in my bank account. You know what I did? I hired an accountant. Hey, I will give you money if you take this off my plate.
Yeah.
But
no,
what I do
same.
love to do, one thing that I know that I should outsource, I love to clean up. I cannot wait to go into the shop and clean up on Saturday. That is my mental health medicine, to go and get the cracks and crevices and clean, and it helps me think. And so I love to do that still. But if there's something that I don't like to do, again, accounting is the dumbest thing in the whole world. Numbers are stupid. I don't know why they exist. Who made numbers? Let's find them. I'm going to fight them. I don't like it. And it's okay that I don't like it. But you find your strength, your super strength is service. And you guys like fixing stuff and caring for people. Take that strength and figure out how to make money from it.
Yep.
And do it cute.
Yep. Do it cute.
And do it cute. So Ash, you got to tell us one good story, automotive industry story. Make it funny. I know you got a good funny industry story. Come on.
It's funny, but it's also gross.
Oh God. Why
Actually,
are you like
it's
that?
not funny. I'm messed up in the head. It's not funny.
Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Oh gosh. Come back to me. Jessica, you go first.
Okay, so I had this customer one time. He came to me and he didn't speak English very well, and he's like, bent rims. And I was like, okay, you got bent rim? Which wheel is bent? And he goes, yes. And I was like, okay. Well, it takes a lot to bend a rim, so usually there's only one or two that's bent on a vehicle at a time, typically. This man parked in the wrong parking lot across the street. So I took his keys and I went to pull it up onto a lift because I knew with the language barrier, it was going to be a long time of him trying to tell me which wheel was bent. So I put it up on the lift and spun the wheels, and all four of them were bent, which takes talent. It takes an immense amount of talent to bend four rims.
Yeah.
And they were steel wheels at that, which steel wheels don't even bend very often. Like, you have to really try.
Oh,
and I was like,
no.
so were you going sideways down the railroad tracks? Like, what happened? And he was like, bent rims. And I was like, okay, it's going to cost you the same for me to fix them or to replace them. And he's like, fix. And I said, that's dumb, but all right. You only got like
in a junkyard in a minute. for a
Yeah,
steel
exactly.
wheel.
Like it's nothing. But he didn't want to because it would take me 2 or 3 days to get them in. And I was like, it's honestly better for you, but you do you. Sure enough, a couple months later, he comes back, all 4 rims were bent again. And
Oh
I'm
What
like,
was
my
he doing?
gosh.
what? I'm like, I'm sorry, are you
What was
like
his
off?
job?
I have no idea what his job was. He
Well, he was
came to
driving in Raleigh.
Did
There
you
you
ever
go.
get
Potholes.
answers on what caused it?
no, his
Oh,
length
that
barrier
would
was,
keep me up at night.
but I finally just kept ordering those rims, the steel wheels, and kept them on stack or like
Because he came
in.
that much?
He came quarterly with 4 bent rims every time, and it cracked me up because I'm like, this is comical. Like, who does this? Like, in what universe is this normal?
Hey, he been the best customer. Yes. 4 wheels, let's go. I got it.
That's
Come on,
wild.
Rike. We got you.
I
I
also
gotta
had
tell this. Yeah,
Man,
go
that's
ahead. I got a
wild.
good one for you.
okay. This is the last one. I won't tell anymore. But
I won't
I
tell you anymore.
had this one dude come in, and he was like, "Oh my god, my mother was a victim of uh a hate crime. She was a victim of a hate crime." And I was like, "Oh my god, does she need help? Like, let me call 911." He goes, "No, it's on my car." And I was like, "Oh goodness. Let me see what's going on with your car." He's like, "Someone took sandpaper to my rims." And I was like, "That is a very specific hate crime.
That takes a lot of effort. You must have pissed somebody off.
Oh my Lanta.
Who carries the sandpaper with them just for the off chance they could find someone to hate?" You know?
You know
It's
what?
like,
That
Don't
was a
impale
curb.
tires. Don't slash tires. Sand wheels.
man,
Sand wheels.
Oh,
so
You were really pissed off. Go
oh
sand
my
somebody wheel.
gosh.
right?
Curb rash.
A lot of
That's
effort.
wild.
I walk out there, yeah, no, his mama just drove all over the curbs. And so he's like, "Oh, she was a victim of a hate crime. She said somebody did this to her while she was at the grocery store." I'm like, "No, sir, she did this to herself."
Your mama knew exactly what she was doing. Mama lied.
I've been in the car with people that they, yeah. What curb? Oops. I'm like, ha.
That
I
was
had a
my
customer
favorite.
come in for an oil change, a waiter, and I barely do waiters. I do like 2 a day. He has his waiting appointment, and it's an oil rotation DVI. Waiters are going to wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Haley comes to the back and she's frantic. She's like, "Miss Tonnika, you need to come up front. This man says he's running out of oxygen and he's mad." So he was mad because it was taking too long and he was running out of oxygen in his oxygen tank. You know, the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
He got me on the wrong day. He was furious. And I said, "Sir, how do you walk out the house without the right amount of oxygen?" And he's like, "Well, this is taking too long and this is not senior friendly and I want my car." And I was like, "Well, we can't just stop. We have to finish the service. Like, what do you want me to do?" "Well, I need to be compensated for this. I'm running out of oxygen." And he kept saying he was running out of oxygen. And I say, for somebody that's running out of oxygen, you're doing a lot of talking. And I said, that is your responsibility. I really don't know what to do with this one. Because he was mean.
Tanika, you're the only person that can get away with.
He was mean. What was I supposed to do with that?
You're the only person that I know that can get
I,
away
I
with
remember
that.
I put that on like one of the ASOC Facebook or maybe changing it or whatever.
Oh my
And people were
gosh.
like, "You should have hooked him up to the welding tank." And I was like, "I know, right?" Like,
Oh
who?
my god.
Customers are
Y'all,
crazy.
I
This has
don't have
been,
any like wildly funny customer
well, you better not say
stories.
anything disgusting. You say that
No,
for
I
Mike.
won't. I just, yeah, no, I won't. Most of mine are sad turned like heartwarming. The only
Nobody
funny
wants
thing
to
I could think
cry.
of is y'all like I'm drift obsessed. I love drifting. And there
Mm-hmm.
was a shop I was one of the last shops I worked at. Um they had never witnessed it because I was drifting in Arizona and I had moved to Texas and so they never witnessed it. And it was a Christmas party and one of the technicians from another location had his like brand new Mustang. And I was like, "Hey, can I play with your Mustang?" And he's like, "Sure, here you go. Here's the keys." So I think he was expecting, oh, this girl wants to like, rev it or play with the buttons, honk the horn. not Ash. So we had this huge parking lot that wrapped around, like it had a whole front section and it drove around to the back. There's a whole field. And
You
then
did not.
oh, I did. I did laps drifting his
I
brand
would
new
have whooped your
Mustang.
ass. You got out of my car.
It was so funny. No, so I get done. I did it about 3 or 4 times, and I come and when I go to pull up to the garage where everybody's standing, I slid up right against the garage door, and I parked right there. And I look over, and like 6 grown men are like,
And the one that owned the Mustang would have been like, you
about
lost your
shit
damn
himself.
mind.
No, they loved it. They thought it was hilarious, and
Ain't no
he
way.
actually asked for a ride along. So
Ain't no way.
he jumped in the car, and I did it again. Um, Yeah, so if I ask to play with your car, I'm not
I will
pressing
beat your
buttons.
ass. Just letting you know. You've been
And
warned. It's been documented.
to show how
Just letting you
serious
know.
it is, she scares me so bad with her vehicles. She parked one of her cars directly in front of my big ass pickup truck in
Oh,
an
when we're
area.
in Greensboro.
Yeah, it was not big enough for her to park her car in front of my truck, and I ended up going off the road onto the grass and went up to the next parking lot up to
I don't
turn
even know why
around.
I was driving that car. I don't know
What?
where I went. I said I'm not even sure why I was driving that car.
You were driving it for the
We were in
fueling.
Greensboro? Fueling Connections. Oh, Zeb wanted me to pick him up in something crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I
I
was
was okay, that's what it was.
Because if you want to be a baller, you got to do baller
Gotta do
shit.
ball of shit.
like, I'm gonna take out 6 other vehicles just to avoid Tonnika.
I would have fought you.
Listen, I wouldn't do something I knew would harm anybody's vehicle. So,
Girl, I'm just letting you know.
but
You've
no,
been
it was
warned.
funny.
All right, Jess, we've taken up all your time. So the people that want to connect with you under the umbrella of Velo, how would they find you?
You can give me a call at 984-246-2716, or you can email me at jessica.watkins@velo.com.
And you've got all the automotive solutions for all the automotive people.
I do. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you
Aw,
need
love
something,
it.
go call my girl. She'll be good to you. I promise you. Well, that's another episode, ladies. I thank you for taking the time with me, and we will see you on the downshift. Oh, hey, did you like that episode? Ready for the next one? Click here. And if you want to be a part of my cool auntie tribe, the Downshift crew, make sure you subscribe right there. Remember, the Downshift is a podcast where we talk about slowing down to speed up. Please like and follow, and we'll see you next time.